Hey guys, Galeforce Online, and in this video I want to talk about the history of Log Horizon or the Elder Tales game before the apocalypse. Now all of this information comes from Season 1 Episode 14. I do apologize because I'm watching the dub version, so if the original or the manga is different from what I'm reading information, then I'll definitely be wrong here. Anyway, so starting off, 350 years before the apocalypse, the world was a lot more modern age and people were thriving. So there were four main races, the humans, elves, dwarves, and elves. So that is ALF. So the elves were a lot more advanced and a lot more magical orientated than the other races. So the other races became jealous of this and became scared of the elves, and they waged a war against them. So the elven race were pretty much decimated. A lot of them were killed in the sacking of their castles, and this created the six bent princesses known as the Liquinjae. Now, these six princesses then started waging war against the other races of the world, and the entire world was just pushed into chaos. So these princesses were sitting very near defeat when they cast the very first World Fraction spell. Now, World Fraction spell is a effect that affects everybody in the world. So very powerful. Anyway, the first World Fraction spell created the demi-humans. So these are all the monsters that you see in the game. So goblins and ogres and all these kinds of things, they're all known as the demi-humans, and they were created 300 years before the apocalypse. Now, elven magic was used by the other races to create additional personnel for their ranks. So additional races were the cat people, the wolf fangs, the foxtails, and the robed ones. And they also created the precursors. So precursors are heroes or people of the land with powers rivaling or stronger than that of the adventurers. Not an awful lot is known about them at this time. I'll cover them in a later video. Anyway, they continued to war with the demi-humans, but because the demi-humans just kept coming back, because of respawns in the game as such, but for them it was just an endless horde of monsters that would never stay dead. So then a second World Fraction spell was cast, so 240 years before the apocalypse, and this was the arrival of the adventurers. So adventurers are the players of the game. So this happened in our world on the 22nd of October 1998, and approximately 20 years before the apocalypse in our world. So adventurers arrived in Yamato and the game's beta version was launched. So it went through to the full game launch and then from there onwards. Now 5 minutes for us is 1 hour in the game. So 2 hours out here is 1 day in there. So the first, if you look at the history, so 350 years for them is 30 years for us. And then the adventurers were introduced 20 years ago. And Shiro started playing the game about 8 years ago. So in the game, that's about 98 years of experience. Now, using this math, about 20 years, so the apocalypse would have happened in our time on the 22nd of October 2018. So if you haven't heard from any of your online friends after that date, they might be stuck in another world, so you might need to call somebody about that. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. If you like the content I'm putting out, please hit that like and subscribe. If you have any ideas for videos I need to do in the future, please let me know in the comments down below. Take care and be safe. Bye.